is love? What is free love? What is love? Love is free.
Understand the concept of love. Understand the concept of love. Understand the concept of
Free love was too tame for him.
Love. What is love? What is free love? What is free boy? What is boy? What is girl? What is free girl? What is love is free. Love is free. Love is free. Love is free.
ready to kick some ass.
Free love was too tame for him. Free love was too tame for him. Free love was too tame for him. Tame for him. Free love was too tame for him. Free love was too tame for him. Free love was too tame for him. Tame for him.
Understand the thing, understand the concept, 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 understand the concept of love.
Recorded in front of a live studio audience.
Concept of love. Understand the concept of love. Love.
Free love was too tame for him. Tame for him. Tame for him. Free love was too tame for him.
What is love? What is free love? Love is free. Love is free. Free.
Recorded in front of a live studio audience.
Oh, baby. We got a lot of work to do today. Are y'all ready? We got a stacked task list. Whoa, there's a new Joel Global Splash Tail? That's not really Joel, is it? That's more of Pogfish. It's just in my brain, all fish are Joels now. Simbera, I'll get around to it. I gotta do my normal thing. I gotta do my, don't, come on, look. I know what I'm doing here. I know what I'm doing here. I was streaming since you were knee-high to a grasshopper, all right? Let's get this party started. Are you ready? What's up, everybody? Wait, it's Wednesday. It's not Tuesday. I'm all messed up because yesterday I got scammed. What's going on, Tidge? Clovey Girl? Clovey Girl, new color name. Looks amazing. I love it. It looks really good. Vash Kuhn, what's up? Roland Butterfield. Roland Butterfield, thank you so much for the resub. 13 months total. That's crazy. Second most watched streamer of the year. That's incredible. Much appreciated. Snag, what's going on? Rain in peace. How you doing? Simbera, what's going on? Candy Gandy, Owen, Barry Twisted Dude. I was lurking in your stream earlier. I like your new VTuber or PNG tuber, however you want to call it. I don't really know what it is, but it looks good. Coco Makoma, Zorak, what up? Neutron, first time catching a live stream. Been watching the VODs on YouTube. Great to see you. Glad to see you come over. Glad to see you make the jump. Welcome in, welcome in. The Barnacles, what up? How you doing? Nice sweater. Dude, it is hot. It's burning up in here. It's so cold outside. But in here, it's freaking stuffy, man. We have a neutron and a proton. Proton, welcome in. Then take it off. I can't. I don't have anything on under it except my bra. I kind of want to take it off, though. Not on camera, but I might change. Sheesh. Also, what's up? Everybody tell the arm to relax. Why is it in frame? Did somebody bump my... Does it look like I'm poking y'all in the face when I do that? The boom is like all up in the business. That was a head pat. Mild, what up? How are ya? Okay, I think I'm actually gonna go change sweaters or shirts because this is... I'm getting sticky. It's gross. It's like I was mom trying to hide the new... Don't look. Don't look. Jellyfish vibes. What's going on? Shuladame, you like the sweater? Everyone likes the sweater, but it's too hot, man. What can I do to make it less hot? Here, hold on. Give me a second. Oy. I'm also just fanning myself off. The pants are coming off. Jeez. How is everybody doing? How was everybody's weekend? It's been a weird week. Your daughter borrowed a hat knitting machine from the library and made a 10-foot long wool hat? That's a lot of wool. Holy cow. The weekend was ages ago. Look, I know it's Wednesday, which by the way, it does not feel like Wednesday. It feels like it should be Friday today. I'm all messed up, dude. It's been a long week at work. Let's just put it that way. DJ Knuckles, what's up? Bearded Joe, what up? $7.99 this year, Madakan Queen. Is that you making a proclamation? Are you going to attempt $7.99? Putting Moog's raid message? Oh, got you. Is Moog trying for $7.99? Oh, dang. That would be awesome. I bet she could do it in a year. How do I get the flag to blow? By being super gay. By being super queer. Happy Ulm? That's short for Happy Olympics Day? Thank you. Yeah, the queer, it's like kind of like a solar sail. The queer energy is just beaming off of me like a sun, and that thing is able to pick it up. Thermodynamics, hot air rises. Exclamation point training arc. Folks, you know what day it is. You know what day it is. And if you don't, get ready to learn it. Cut the music. Wait, it's over. What's up, everybody? It's MEADOLYMPIC's training day. Platinum Fox, what's up with the juice? How you doing? I'm excited. We have some good stuff to work on today. We're gonna continue building the interface for building teams, the team builder stuff. Connell, wait, did you answer the question I asked in Discord before you so kindly asked me to stop yapping? Your son ran over when he heard it and said start it again when it's over. Aw, that's cute. You want to watch it again? Folks, should we watch it again? Madoc Queen Gigantify. We're watching it again. Let's do it. Why not? Cut the music first.
Reporting in front of a live studio audience.
Oh, sorry, you caught me making the face I make the whole time that's playing. What's going on, everybody? Woo! I'm feeling a little goofy today. Clovy Girl, I know I've already said it, but the name color, like the color of your name, I don't know how you, like, you went to the lab and you created a whole new purple color that no one's ever seen before. I like it a lot. Can you send me the hex code value of that color? Just came back from practicing your wrist shot. You ready for this Olympics? Yo, nice. What's up, DJ Dr. C? What is the wrist shot? Is that kind of like the hammer throw? I'm not gonna change my name. I'm not gonna change my name color. I love yellow. Yellow is one of my favorite colors. But I do like that purple. Wrist shot is hockey. Wait, DJ Dr. C, did you do some ice skating over the weekend? So what are we doing today? Here, let's go through the list. We're building onto the interface we started. Scoop. Oh, hold on. There it is. Okay. We're building onto the interface we began working on, which you can't see on this. This is the deployed version of the Meadow. Shasquatch, what's up? How are you? You're on a 2-day streak on the ice. Holy cow. Yellow is the best color because it's the color of piss. It's not always the color of piss. You should strive to have clear pee. I was reading chat, man. Yellow is a good color, man. That's why I really like ginkgo trees. Ginkgo yellow in the fall is so pretty. Psycho streamer. You had another BLT again today? That's crazy, because the other day, like last week, Mox had BLTs like 3 nights in a row. You're pissing rainbow? Wouldn't that be weird if like the intake of like dyes in your body would output the same way? So wait, what are we doing? Oh yeah, first off, let's give out some juice. Let's give out some juice, and then we will move on to the development. I can show you the task list for today. This is what we're looking at. Proton, juice redeem. We're gonna make a new meadowling scene. It's gonna be a little smelly, but I wanna do something that's like trimmed down and easier to deal with for now. We're gonna make a new meadowling scene that takes like basically displays the meadowlings in the exact same way that they are, but it strips away a lot of their behaviors and adds a bit like more new stuff, like a meadowling stat display window. And then we're also going to set up positions for the meadowlings. I don't want them to be randomly bebopping around on the screen where we're building teams. I want everybody standing at attention in like rows. Oh, Stimky? Oops, all Bobbert, what up? And then we're going to try to just get a quick drag and drop working so that we can drag meadowlings into the team holes. What are they called? Wait, is someone eating? Oh, Neutron. As long as you're following the channel, you may be sprouted. So now the moment of truth, the lens of truth is upon you. Woo, decoy. Yo, 12 months, 1 whole year,
Happy
1 space Y.
BB.
Thank you so much. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're gearing up and prepared for the holidays. Also, I hope the season 5 rollout went well. I was getting a little bit of I was hearing a little bit about it from Average Atlas. Seems like it went good. Nice. You have the creative urge to model stuff, but your head is a mess without meds. Might see if you can find something with a bunch of caffeine to get me calm enough to focus. Does caffeine have like a calming effect for you? With the medication? Neutron, the moment of truth has spoken. You are indeed following the channel, so I'm sprouting you. Also, I need you and Proton to be good friends, okay? They're selling out at an alarming rate. Holy cow, are y'all gonna have to add more rarities? More tiers? Or just more numbers to each tier? Whoa, look at that. That's a bottom row Neutron. Enjoy it. Welcome to the meadow. Now, to become a little creature that bebops around, you need to redeem channel points for juice, or you can get subscribed to the channel. Either way, you'll get there. It ups your growth stat, and once you're there, you evolve into one of these little creatures. By the way, everybody look at this. I made this at work today because I was bored. 3D Forg. Look at him. He's so cute. I love his feet. Look at his little feet. He is super chill. He also just looks so done with everything. Like this was me today. This facial expression was so perfect. Make him white and purple. Now I need a 3D printer. It's actually so much like the coloring style that I'm going with, this like very flat emission, is very like good at hiding how much the polygons are limited. So like this is like what it looks like. It's very blocky. But I mean, textured up, it looks nice. You could 3D print that, and then you could paint your own. It'd be like one of those Funko Pops that are stark white or whatever. All right, I'm gonna close this before it crashes my computer. Cell shading stays winning. I do like it. Let's redeem some juices. Folks have been redeeming juice, and then we're gonna hop into the task list, which I've already gone over. I think we can get pretty, like we can knock out quite a lot today. Funko mentioned. What's Funko doing, man? They have like an AI brand protection system that's like trashing Itch.io. Do I not set it to shade smooth? I don't, Mild. I don't, and I think it's because I don't. First off, it doesn't seem to make much difference in like the rendered view. But I also think it just looks weird when they're a little smooth. They look too like organic. You saw an Uddle plush on AliExpress? Are they making bootleg Meadow merch? I'm actually kind of flattered. Juices, 1, 2, 3. Top of the list, thanks to your name. You're still holding on to the wit leaderboard stat. Although Connell is closing in, I believe. I don't know where he is. Wait, Connell was in chat. Why is he not in the meadow? Intriguing. Let us see. It's a luck. Simbera, enjoy your sleep. Good night. Also, Kazoo redeem. Hold on, I still have it. I need a better song. Hold on. Here we go. 13. Lucky number 13, luck. 1, 2, 3. You only get a handful of those. Posture check. Good, much appreciated. I have been shrimping a lot. I can't believe they added a pogfish. And not only did they add a pogfish, it's like a really good pogfish. There were two adjacent blue. Oh, there's Connell. Yeah, he's one behind. Gulp. Whoops. Arborcat, I saw you in here. Arborcat, was it you that picked up the Ushtabi that ended up hatching? I saw the clip. That's incredible. I've been trying to do that forever. Speed of 2. Man, we need to see some speed. Dexterity. Enjoy it. Good old apple juice. 11 dex. Man, that's your highest stat. You think it was Jez? Either way, the two of them combined were able to pull through and do it. Candy Gandy. Candy. Scoop. Dexterity and toughness. We see wit. 5 wit. Almost your highest stat, but luck is your highest stat right now. That's like extremely rare. Be extremely happy. So the title was misleading. It was 2 in a million odds, but what's a little hyperbole? Isn't it 1 out of 100? 1 in a million is same as 2 in a million? Is that true? Clovy Girl? Clovy Girl, if you get a purple juice, I'm gonna freak out. I'm gonna freak out. You've never had a luck? Really? It's dexterity. Whew. 7 dex. You have 3 stats at 7. That's pretty crazy. Never lucky. That's insane. That's insane. Let's see. Who else is here? Jellyfish vibes. Jelly. Whoa! You're working on your evolution. Snap. All right, well, let's get it. I don't think we're going to be able to... There we go. Enjoy. 2 more and you're there. You're growing up. Let's see. Platinum Fox, it's time for milk. Where are you at? Get out of the blood. A lot of hyperlight today. Platinum Fox. It's the milk! Finally!
When I feel that milk pour over my body.
Enjoy it. 5 milk. Wait, Connell, your tummy hurts? Too many alcohols? Hyperlight is so good. I'm still waiting on Hyperlight Breakers. I think it's gonna be really fun, I hope. I'm getting nervous because of how long it's taken them. Proton? Pretty well balanced. We need some milk though. A luck and a luck and a wit. You did a little sandwich. Luck is your highest stat still. Some people get all the luck. Some people are Clovy Girl. You think it was the colors? I mean, you did consume like 10 gallons of dye today. Are we gonna get a yellow background for Christmas? Is yellow is that like a pea joke or is that like a common color in Christmas time? Roland Butterfield. Roland Butterfield. Yo, the red forg. Luck and strength. Either of those would be delightful. Milk is on sale today, dude. I feel like Wednesday is the milk day. Enjoy your milk. You're at 6 toughness. Yellow snow joke. Yekter Salaman Yeet. Welcome in. too used to a diet of only brown foods. It was too much too fast. Yeah, I feel like if Connell ate a pack of Skittles, he would explode. Yector, did you sneak in or are you still in the house? I think you're still in the house. Yellow is Christmassy. I feel like obviously the red and green are big Christmas colors, and then I think like gold is often like a complement to those. You're on a red foods 40 only diet, a red 40 foods only diet. Isn't red number 40 the one that people are allergic to a lot of the time? Yukon Cornelius. How do we feel about Yukon Cornelius? Does he pass the vibe check in 2024? Or is he a little, is he problematic in some way? I don't remember. I haven't seen the little, like, felted claymation style Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer in a long time. He's an ally? Okay. Neat. Silver for the aluminium pole used during Festivus. He's also definitely gay. Really? Wow. You know what I watched over the weekend? On Hulu, they have The Little Drummer Boy, which is another one of those like Christmassy claymation things. Yector. I watched it and I was like, man, what the hell's going on? Have you seen the man? He's an archetypal bear. I could see it. I could see it. Yector Salamani, you have 4 stats and 1. The odds of getting one of those up to 2 is very high. Luck would be delicious. It's dexterity though, and that was your first dex. Enjoy the apple juice or lemonade, whichever you prefer. You're on a weird T-Road. T-Red only, definitely nothing else. Mild, are you from the Scandinavian regions? Did I miss anybody? Let's see. Candy Candy, Clover Girl, 123 Proton, Platinum Fox, Rolling, but I think we got everybody. Cool. Which means we can move into development mode. Engaged. You're from Sweden. See, I knew. Roads. Are you still in Sweden? Are you still in Sweden, or are you just from Sweden? You feel like you've said it 7 times? It'll take time for the information to percolate down and like basically get stuck in my brain forever. The warden's name in your CUD starting village is Warden 373 error missing hex value E. You know what? That's the crazy thing is that's probably not an error. That's probably just actually the name of the character. Could be crazy like that. All right, be not deceived. This is the development version of the meadow. You can tell because first off, there's people in the little window below, but there's nobody up here. Also, we have a cool whistle. There's a cool whistle. This takes us directly into the scene that we started working on. And then we need to like make this button better at some point. We'll worry about polish later on. You still live in the city you were born in Sweden? Oh. You're from Sweden and in Sweden. Okie dokie. So where do we begin? How do we start? Here we are in the Meadow codebase. Here's what we're gonna need to do. Let's tidy up the workspace a little bit. It's a little crazy. We're gonna keep this open, but then I want to essentially close everything. And then we need to create a new scene that's going to mirror a little bit of what's going on in regular Meadowlings. Where is it? Where are you? Here we are. Boink. Let's open this up. Open up their script as well, just so we have it on hand. And then let's go ahead and create a new scene. We're gonna call this a team. A teamling. Let's call it a teamling. Sweden has the best chefs. Is that true? Like the best chefs in the world? I've had, like, we go to IKEA, we go to the cafe on occasion. It's okay. I don't think it's the pinnacle of Swedish food though. Here's the problem though. There aren't any like famous Swedish restaurants. The most famous one is IKEA. It's a Muppet joke? Oh. You know what's weird? I don't know much Muppet lore, to be honest. Swedish Pizza Kitchen? Is that a real thing? Shameful? I mean, look, I've seen like Muppet Treasure Island. I've seen... I don't know. Some of Jim Henson's stuff used to make me scared. I don't know shit about muffins. I do know that there's that one, like, isn't there like a thing in the Muppets where Kermit caused 9/11 or something? I heard about that and I thought that was really weird. I don't remember. Now I have to... Someone that knows more about it, please give context, because now I sound insane. It's like there was an alternate timeline where Kermit didn't do something and the Twin Towers were still standing or something like that. You're going to bed? Connell, let the waves lull you to sleep. Try not to get seasick. Drink some water. Drink some clear, non-dyed water. Don't drink the gray water or the black water. Drink the clear water. Wait, isn't clear water an alcohol? What am I thinking of? Everclear. All right, hold on. We are getting distracted. Teamling. This is going to be kind of like a meadowling. It's going to have a sprite, which we're just gonna call Sprite. Swedish pizza places are cursed and amazing. Think of something you eat and some Swedish pizza place will have it in one of their pizzas. So like a ravioli pizza? Clearwater is a place in Florida, I remember that. Probably other places as well. You need the indigo water? Indigo erasure is so annoying. Isn't a ravioli pizza just a calzone? I don't know, because ravioli is like, it's gooey. Like it's got pasta outside casing. I feel like ravioli pizza. I remember there was this place called Cece's Pizza. I don't know if that's like a local thing or if it had like very small footprint or whatever in like the Southeast US. But they would try like weird experimental pizzas. Yeah, it was like a pizza buffet. Cece's is nationwide. Didn't they go bankrupt though? Because like I don't think there are any more Cece's pizzas out here. But they would do like weird experimental pizzas. I remember one of them was a mac and cheese pizza. And it's the only time I've had pasta on pizza. Alpha Q, what up? They were trash. I used to like it. You know what I miss? I miss like Stevie B's. Is that crazy? I feel like that's an insane sentence that no one has ever said in their life. But I kind of miss like a pizza buffet place. CC's is where we went after baseball games since all of us could eat for a reasonable amount, and I spent my time in the arcade in the back playing the Simpsons arcade game. I think the CC's Pizza near us had the Star Wars Pod Racer game, like arcade cabinet. Pizza Hut. There's only like a handful of Eden Pizza Huts. Like left. They're all singular locations where you go in and you grab your pizza and leave. I want pizza now. Wait, I had pizza for dinner yesterday. I can't get pizza again. Eden D's nuts. I'm glad you picked up on the fact that I said Eden and not Eaton. Why not? I don't know. I feel like too much of a... Like, remember the pizza hiatus? I was supposed to not eat pizza until the next year. And then I caved after like 3 weeks. The OGs remember the McDonald's pizza collab with Pizza Hut? I don't remember that, so I guess I'm not an OG. But also, you know what I do remember that no one ever talks about? Coca-Cola Black. Do y'all remember that? It was like coffee mixed with Coca-Cola. It was nasty. Mild with a juice. Don't drink the Coca-Cola, the gray Coca-Cola. Yeah, it was pretty bad. Let's go ahead and save this. We're gonna need a new everything. This is stupid. I'm like noticing right away that this is very code smell, but it's fine. It's gonna be fine. Just trust me on this. All right, we're gonna need a handful of properties to pass into this, probably very similar to the Meadowling. See, look at how much is going on in the Meadowling. There's a lot of stuff going on with like its animation player to like decide like emotions and getting juiced and like all this other stuff. I don't want this in the Meadowling that we create for just picking teams. I just need like a thing that displays stuff. You saw a Forbidden collab today. Lay's has an IHOP flavored chip now. Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity. Were those two words, like, was that like two thoughts combined, or was that one whole thought? Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity? Is that like the flavor? I couldn't tell if that was kind of like a sign, like a tag you put at the end of every message. You know how sometimes people will say something and then they say something else at the end of the message and it's like completely like out of the left field and you're like, was that just like an automatic signature? Da, 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 da. What if you could do that on Twitch? Every message you send in chat has like a little signature that's like, yeah, slime man, or like trying to make a change like this. So true. You've had hamburger flavored chips? I think the weirdest chip I've ever tried was a mustard chip, which is actually pretty good. They're also ketchup chips, which I heard are like more popular in other parts of the world than America. Bop. I think we are gonna want to point a reference to directly the object. Gonna add your lights messages to all, or light emotes to all messages. You should, as long as you have like the tokens for it. Why not? Kung Pao chicken chip. I do think Lay's is getting a little like they're getting a little overzealous with the different types of flavored chips. Like, we don't need all that stuff. Bar OBJ. We're gonna want also. We might bust this out so it's less ambiguous. Or we could just do that and then access things as we need. I actually don't think that's a good idea. Let's do something different. Let's say stats. And then let's say type. Type might be I don't know if that's a protected word in the language. We'll find out. And then we'll also do a color. These are really the only things we need, outside of maybe like some state control variables that are like dragging. We'll delete these if we don't need them, and by default they're going to be false. Sadly, it's too late to go get a Monster from the store and you're not drinking coffee to get caffeine. Just do what 123 does and take some caffeine pills. Hers ketchup chips are ass? Like in a good way or bad? Is hers the chip? No, I'm thinking of Utz. UTZ. Is it Utz or Utz? All the fun of caffeine is in the flavors. Squeaks. Y'all hear them squams? By the way, you call them Oots? What's the over-under on people wanting to watch the game awards tomorrow night? Because I have the option to co-stream it, aka just watch their broadcast from my stream. We did it last year and I thought it was kind of fun. That does mean the stream would go pretty late. But I kind of want to watch it just to get game trailers. Can anyone co-stream it? I think so. Go to your creator dashboard and get, like, see if you have the big notification. I'm pretty sure they send it to everyone. You don't give a hoot except for the trailers, which you normally watch after. See, this is what I do. I like to watch the trailers live in vivo. I want to be like a part of the first group of people to see it because it's better for me that way. We can make fun of the content and get disappointed at the trailers. True. And then maybe we'll have like something else going on in another window. I have 5 Discord notifications and I'm so curious. I bet all 5 of them are from Simbera. Can anyone recommend any acoustic panels that are cheap yet not trash? No. I don't think that exists. Tid streams are returning and this time he's going to be yelling. Did you stop? I thought you just like were like, I'm not committing to a schedule, but you're not like done, right? All right, these are what we're gonna want. Here's what we're gonna do. We also need our team builder because in the ready function, we're gonna want a populate teamlings function. And then in here, this is where we're going to be looping through our state variable that has all of the present meadowlings, which we've established was a thing we can get from this one. Wait, actually, I think that might be in the main scene only. We'll double check, but either way, we can rederive the information probably. Time to make a new tuber. This is very sweet potato coded. What does that mean? Every time you think about going live, clicking go live, you decide against it. Oh. DJK, how many tubers do you have at this point? Oh, I understand. Streaming made you realize there's a horrible echo in your computer room, which makes sense since it's a tiny, hard-walled box with nothing to soften. You can just hang some, like, blankets on the walls.
Asphyxiation and choking and fighting for survival and just rotting away.
That's tacky? So?
A lot of misery. The trees here are in misery and
No one will know unless you like face cam. Oh, geez, my bangs are getting too long again. Probably have to trim them before Christmas stuff. All right. Populate teamlings. Actually, before we do this even, we need to do one other thing. We need to open the team builder. Also, I capitalized this. I should not have done that. Let's break all of Godot. Goop. Ah! Oh, it hates it when you rename things. Open this up. We need to set up like spawn points for all the meadowlings, which is going to be kind of awkward and annoying, but we're going to do it anyways because I know it's like we could calculate them on the fly and all that stuff, but I actually kind of prefer having like hard set positions for various reasons. You call 0-0? We're going to shuffle the entire array of meadowlings. Actually, it might be a good idea. No, I'm not going to do that. I was gonna say maybe we can like Gasm in the chat, by the way. I was gonna say maybe we can sort them by like their highest stat points or something like that, or like cumulative highest stat points, but that sounds less interesting to me. You're gonna make baskets for auctions? Have a great rest of your evening, Alpha Q. Good to see you. Literally basket weaving? Nice. What about alphabetical? I could do that too. I think I'm just gonna randomize though. So here's what we want.
Too deep into this.
We're just gonna get some basic node 2Ds. These are like, I like to use these as little buckets a lot of the time.
In anger.
We're gonna call these spawn
Even the
positions.
up here in the sky look like
Now this does mean there's gonna be kind of like a hard set limit
taking
to how many meadowlings can fit
around us
in the team builder scene,
harmony,
which might mean that in the event that
the harmony of overwhelming.
there are too many people in the meadow, which would be a great problem to have, famous last words,
When I say this,
we would have to pick a subset of who's actually here in chat,
it is not that I
which actually
love it.
we might be able to just be like, hey, who's here right now, and grab them, and that might be like more than enough. You've been thinking about changing up the colors of your Blender interface to turquoise and pink. Would look peak, but I feel like I'm gonna mess up some of the color visibility or something. I'm scared to mess with that stuff unless you can get, holy cow, random UFO 50 track. I'm scared to mess with that stuff unless you can download themes that people have already built, which I'm sure you could. I changed my Godot color preferences, but there's only 2 custom colors you can supply, like at a very high level, that does a lot of the heavy lifting for you. Underwater basket weaving? I do not remember that, DJK. That's like from a timeline I'm not familiar with. What is it? So spawn positions are going to be comprised of a ton of marker 2Ds, which are basically just little like crosshairs that you can use for various positional related reasons. And I don't know exactly. Here's what we're gonna do real quick. Let's do another node 2D at the top level. This is gonna be for the meadowling or the teamlings themselves. Again, it's like another, why did I type that in there like it would be in there? This is like a bucket that will keep things that we instantiate in. Overly edited, what's up? You remember underwater basket weaving, that thing everyone was talking about? I'm so confused. Yeah, I'm right there with you. Don't worry. I'm sure an explanation is being typed up as we speak. Just the stereotypical catch-all to mean worthless college courses that teach nothing. It was a youth bad college stereotype. So like, kind of like lumped into the whole like, oh, art degree useless, lol, type thing. Hold on, we need something for reference real quick. Yerp. I wasn't a part of that. I wasn't being part of the target for that. We need a meadowling for reference. Is this Divers? I feel like Divers has so much music. It is Divers. Give me my Borb. The Borb sprite sheet. Rare Borb sprite sheet sighting. Here, you know what? This is dumb. Let's not do it this way. Let's actually just go ahead and apply stuff to the Borb or to the sprite for a brief moment. Texture. We don't want to offset this one, I think. But instead, we need to make sure that we say that it's got 2 horizontal frames. And then, what is it? 5? Yeah, 5 verticals. That way we have this like perfectly little centered sprite. Is this what I do with the regular meadowlings? What are you doing over here, man? But yes, that is what I do. I don't know why he's centered, but who cares? Meadowling posing in the middle of the room, nude on a stool. Stool? I need to learn more about the Blender video editor. I've used it a bit, but you're very unfamiliar, or still fairly unfamiliar with it. You like it because it's similar to the rest of Blender. It allows you to like import a bunch of different types of media to like create a video. I might be doing things very like cumbersomely. That's a weird way to phrase it, but I think like what I do for rendering video in Blender is I render the video to PNGs, like a sequence of PNGs, which by the way makes me nervous every time because it's like, oh cool, 288 pictures just being added to a folder on my computer. But then I use that sequence of photos in the video editor of Blender to record an MPV. And that works, but I don't like it. It feels awkward. You took an elective called Pop Culture Studies. It was useless, but it started me in a viewing pop culture. See, here's the thing. A lot of schooling that you go through is like largely functionally pointless. But what it affords you is a broader understanding of the world, and it kind of like teaches you more about how to just empathize and be more human. It teaches you more about being human, I think, which is kind of underrated, I think, a lot of the time. All right, line this puppy up. These are 24 by 24. I don't want to cram one in the corner like this. Let's give like 8 pixels of padding on each side, and then let's centralize this. So like this. What does this say? The 24 by 16 is where this would start. That's pretty high up. But I think this is good. This is like a good starting position. Because I want it to be like in a cross section of the grid that we see here. So let's grab this. Stack you there. And then we want to do like make sure we have like even spacing. This would be 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 32 pixels away. Let me just duplicate this teamling real quick. Zoom out so I can take a look at it. That looks pretty good to me. I think this is good spacing because like here's the thing. When I hover over these guys, I want to display like a card that's similar to like the card that shows people's names. But what it's going to be instead is it's going to be a view that displays their name, but then also their stats. So there's going to have to be room between the rows. Or maybe there doesn't have to be room between the rows to accommodate it. We just need to make sure it renders on top of the row in front temporarily. Is this the Astroneer soundtrack? I think so, yes. Yes. So we know that this wants to be 32 pixels across. One, two, three, four. This is tedious. Let's do it like this. Next time we duplicate one, we'll just add 32. And then we can also just duplicate a bunch of them at once. Now that we have 4. But I get scared. What was this? 120? It needs to be 152. Doop. Okay. Look, I know what you're thinking. This is a lot of stuff to instantiate just to have positional relevance. I don't care. You'll see why. What about rendering as a PNG sequence makes me nervous? Mostly just that I'm not used to it. It feels wacky to have like hundreds of photos get output to a folder all of a sudden. It's just not something I'm used to. I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with it. It just feels like, ah, that's a lot of files. What is this? 248. If I do plus 32 on this, it's gonna like set the X position of these all to the same thing, which is annoying. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just line it up here. Okay. This will also tell us how many we get per row. We don't need this many. I'm actually gonna, whoop. Whoop! Please unselect them, thank you. Duplicate me. What is this? This is like a boss fight? Which game? Divers again? I didn't play like barely any Divers. I need to go back and play it. By the way, starting tomorrow, new stream segment coming out. I'm excited to do it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. If you've been missing UFO 50, oh no, bad news. I think this is like going to be off center, which is super ugly. Hold on. It's 3 away. Oof, I hate that. Well, we'll try to center this up. This is 20 of them. We can center it up. We can center it up. If you've been missing UFO 50, starting tomorrow, there's going to be a new segment, which I think is going to be a lot of fun. That's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this works. This is good. This is good enough. So 20 per row is pretty spicy. We're going to be able to fit like, I don't even know, a good bit of rows. That's for sure. Whoop. Why did you come? Oh, you became a child of this one. I don't like that. Hold on. Why did it do that? That was weird. All right. And now we need 4 below. 1, 2, 3, 4. This should look okay. Let me just like double check. Teamling 1, get moved over to this spot. Teamling 2, get moved over to this spot. Just using these borbs as reference for now. I think this works. Looks fine to me. It's a 1, 2, 3 segment right now. I know, I'm sure I'm like, every time I count something, 1, 2, 3 is like, ah, what's going on? Duplicate me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is this it? 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Is everybody ready for the holidays? I feel like we're, what are we, like 2 weeks away? It's 2 weeks today from Christmas for those that celebrate. I don't particularly celebrate Christmas, but my family does. So you know, it's the holidays. You plan on telling everyone you're going out of town and being a gremlin? Dude, I was sitting next to the president of our company today at the holiday lunch that we had. And she was like, yeah, Christmas Eve, I'm flying out to Paris by myself to get away from my family. 2, 3, 4. And I was like, yo, that's sick. That's based. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a lot of spawn positions. We have like over 100. I don't think the meadow has ever had over 100 meadowlings in it at any one time. Which, you know what? That's a good thing. That means that we can leave some space here. Again, if this is like a problem that we run into, it means something incredibly bizarre has happened. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll deal with that in vivo. Imagine being able to fly to Paris on a whim. That's what I'm saying, man. We might even delete this row. It depends. We'll see. All right. Oops, I just duplicated them again. All right, all right. We have approximately 134 spawn locations for these. It's quite a lot, but that's fine. I think also, I don't know if we should like spawn them from top to bottom like this, or if we can like, maybe we should go from bottom to top. Although it would look weird if it was like this. We'll figure it out. Imagine being able to fly. I want to travel again. I think next year though, we're gonna kind of like, pump the brakes a little bit on travel, just in case there's like a Japanese vacation in store for us. We'll see. A trip to Japan, I should say. Not a Japanese vacation. That sounds weird. But we would do that at the end of the year. like closer to the end of the year rather than the beginning. Okay. Mooncat. All right. Save the scene. Now that we have these, we can in-populate teamlings. The first thing we want to do is just make sure we get like a loop going. The first loop we want to do is actually the one that loops through the meadowlings first. But let's go ahead and just get access to our spawn positions. And that's just going to end up being spawn positions dot get children. And this will return an array of all of the children underneath this grouping, which is why I like to use these buckets like this. And then we can, like, every meadowling we loop through, we can iterate through, like, the next spawn position as well and just have their coordinates be slapped onto that. So it's kind of, like I said, it's kind of lazy because we could just do that ourselves, but I like doing it this way for various reasons. Japan MeadowCon is real. You've actually flown before, though it was with some mechanical assistance. The landing was about a foot away from me getting shredded on a barbed wire. What? I've never flown, like, a plane. The first time I ever flew, though, like, was a passenger in a flying vehicle, was a helicopter that my grandfather owned. Which makes me sound like I come from wealth. I don't. He was very interesting. But he flew me to a Taco Bell, and we got a parking ticket. And that's a true story. That sounds like a joke. It's not. All right, so we're going to populate the teamlings on these little spawn point locations. We need to now figure out how we reference who's actually here. Because I think in the main scene, it's like an array that we just instantiate upon loading the main scene, which is fine for what we used to utilize, but not fine anymore. We might need to update that to be a global. But I think we have ways to derive it. Yeah, present meadowlings I think is what we want, and it's not available to us. I guess we could just take this. No, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. You crashed once and it's caused some scratches on your leg? Holy cow. Be careful. Flying is crazy because it seems like it's relatively easy to do in vivo, like if you're already in the air, but the taking off part and the landing parts seem very, very nerve-wracking. All right, so what are we doing? Let's find out everywhere this is referenced real quick. There's 8 matches in here. So this is just getting our chatters. What is this? 8 matches, that's enough to start a fire. Vegantier, what's up? How are you? Vegantier, you saw the Forg, right? The 3D modeled Forg. This is us connecting our signals from our polling logic. But I wonder, hold on, we gotta check out what this is. This might actually just be, I think this is the data from Twitch, and then when we get it back, we look through the Twitch ID in our meadowlings and we filter it down. If that's true, and this doesn't ever get erased from in this application, which I don't think it does because these are all globals, we might be able to just take this on ready and essentially do the same thing. We can do this, like we can test this. Because I think chatters is just an array I add to whenever we get like a person from the Twitch chat. And I don't remove from it, not yet. I need to maybe introduce some logic to remove people from it when they're not in chat anymore. Why are they remaking American Psycho starring Austin Butler? Is Austin Butler Fade Routha? I don't think American Psycho needs a remake, but Austin Butler is very hot, so I will probably see it. And that's all you need to know, I guess. It's because he's hot. I think we just on ready var this, right? Whoops. Like, this should be fine. Not fine. Why? Oh. On ready var present meddlings will equal this. You've only seen the original and the first remake? What? It's by the person who made Challengers and Queer. Are they gonna get Willem Dafoe to be the investigator guy again? All right, let's see. Populate grass, populate teamlings. This should have our teamlings, so now we can just be like 4 T in, let's just say 4P in present meadowlings. Is this gonna freak out? Is this how I do this? I don't remember how I do this. It's been a minute since I've had to write a loop in GD script. I think it is, yeah. So we get our spawn positions. We have our P and present meddlings. I think we also need... Blech. How could I do this in a way that's smart? Is there a way to access the index in this? Is there like a way to get to the docs for this? Cersei's, what's up? Congratulations, by the way. Incredible work on getting your degree finished. Well done. Also, you were looking stylish as fuck in your photo. Many congrats. That's a big deal. Let's see. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I need to go to the docs. How do I? Is there like a basic? How to loop through you? Loop. This is a property. I don't want a property. I need like basic engine functionality. Yeah. So like in a lot of, what is wrong with this, by the way? Why are you stuck over here? Because a lot of languages allow you to access the index of a value that as you're looping through it. Un moment. Scoop. GD script reference. Zoop. Just in the docs real quick. Obviously for looping through ranges, that's fine. Da, 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 da. What? Where is it? All right, for loop. There's got to be a way. If you want to assign values on an array as it's being iterated through, use for I in array size. Do 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 do. Really? They don't have an example of this in the docs? Whatever. I'm sure it's doable. We can like replicate the behavior very easily with just a like a variable that counts it. Yo! 9 months. Dragon
Work has
Hunter.
been busy with the holidays, but I'm here for my Twitch sub child.
Thank you so much for the 9 months. Work's been busy with the holidays, but you're here for the Twitch sub child. 9 months it's born. What is it going to be called? Let's see. It's got to be like Dreflin, Zeppelin Hunter. Thank you so much for the 9 months. I hope work, even though busy, has been you know, has been keeping you busy in a good way. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's bad, sometimes it's good. Let's just do, so now we're gonna say, we're gonna need to, first off, instantiate things. So we need to get the preload for this. Var teamling is going to preload our skill. I think that song likes to cause issues with my audio. Like it gets flagged, so I'm gonna skip it, unfortunately. Anything with like vocals from Hades sometimes gets flagged. Teamling. So now that we have this, we can spawn teamlings. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna say var t equals new teamling. Actually, it's teamling.instantiate. We're gonna set some variables here, and also I want this to be t, not r. We're gonna say t.color is going to be equal to present meadowlings dot stats. I don't remember what these objects look like, and it's not present meadowlings. It's p stats, and then we need to get the p dot. Also, I said p color is equal to p stats. P stats is equal to. You know what I'm trying to do here. You know what I'm trying to do. I'm getting all my wires crossed. Color is going to be equal to p color. And then, what was the other thing we wanted? I think those are the only two. Oh, type. We need type. Yo, Ellie Barrel, what's up? Everyone's having a wonderful night. Likewise, hope you are as well. Welcome in. First time chat massage. All right, so we have this now. But the last thing we need to do when we're instantiating these, well, first off, we haven't even added them to our scene, so it's not going to do anything except just loop through them, instantiate them, and then forget about them. We need to set their position. T.position is going to be equal to spawn positions of index dot position. And then we need to make sure that we add the teamlings to their appropriate things. So teamlings are going to be added, add child t, and then also we need to iterate our index by 1. So if we do this right, when we load this scene, we should see meadowlings spawning from the chat. The problem is in the dev mode of this, we're not letting people spawn in. Actually, this was a interesting. Does this add to chatters? This might not add to chatters, which might cause a problem. Will this use your stated up? Yes, Cersei's, we are working towards the team builder for the MEADOLYMPICs. So now that they're in here, it didn't work, clearly. So data.chatters is not being added to when we summon things, which is already a problem. That's something we should fix. So let's see if we can dive a little deeper into what that is, because I did just make an assumption. Pretty sure that's in my data.gd file. So chatters is just here, and chatters is added to. Wait, present meadowlings is available in data. Do I ever use this? Here, let's see if we can find this in our files anywhere. How do I do this again? Where is this at? Search. Yeah, find in files. Data.present meadowlings. It's not used anywhere. Is it used in here? It's instantiated in here, but never even looked at. That must be an oversight on my part. What about... What does meadowlings look like in our globals? This is all meadowlings, blooms, unbloomed, and creatures wandering around the screen. Maybe this is what we need instead. It's a little awkward because it's called meadowlings and then it's meadowlings as well. Let's do a search on that actually. It's used in 2 places in the meadow.gd, which actually I don't think is used ever. This is an old version of the app. Yeah, this isn't used. It's main. Main is where everything happens now. So this is just like deprecated stuff. We don't use it. So we're gonna have to do some debugging here, or like some kind of like state management to deal with this. I think what we can do actually, which would be helpful, is let's run this again. Let's get in there and then let's come on! Let's take a look at what we have in our debugger. So right now the app has been loaded. It has things in its state because when the Meadow launches, it does a bunch of API calls, it grabs stuff from the database, and it returns data into the state of the Godot application. So we can look at it in our remote over here, and it's gonna be in one of these like base level nodes. So for instance, data has no collection. It has 128 meadowlings. It has 471 unblooms. It has juices. No chatters because we haven't turned on the polling that pulls chatters at this present time. And the arrays are all, so these are relatively meaningless. We don't want to render out every meadowling in the entire meadow, so we need to figure out a way to get the ones that are here at present. Let's look at the state. This is fine. We don't care about that really. Let's look at meadowlings. Right now it is completely empty. What happens if we do, I don't know if we use meadowlings. I don't think we're using this anywhere, right? Because we only saw it in the one file. We could probably just delete this. Not to be confused with debugging, aka spreading STDs. Indeed, that's very scary. But also, it has juices, so do I when people look into your very core. Nice. Very object-oriented ontology of you. I think this, for our own safety, needs to be deleted. And for our own sanity. Data currently has nothing, which makes sense, because like once again, we looked at it and it didn't have anything. Wait, no, it has stuff, but I don't remember what it was. It's here. That's what it was. So this is where everything's living now. Present meadowlings is 0. It probably always is 0, even if we like summoned people. So let's like summon somebody. Welcome in, Appalach. Now, ooh, wait, we do have a thing. Spawned meadowlings. Spawned meadowlings. Does this iterate even when someone comes in through the automated polling of chat? Let us find out. Coco Makoma, welcome in. It does. Okay, so this is what we want. We just want this. We don't even need this. Zoop! Get rid of this. Spawned meadowlings. Thank you, past me, for making something that I could just utilize easily. Also, whoops. Don't delete it from main. Don't touch main. Main is tenuous. This is what we don't need. Skip. Oh, come on, dude. My window is very sick. Okay. My window is very sick. Stop. We need to loop through data.spawned meadowlings here. And then hopefully this actually is just references to the object themselves. Ad eaters, I'm so sorry. Enjoy a nice ad sandwich. All right, spawn somebody. And then let's go into the scene. It broke. Okay, so it's breaking because it doesn't have a key of stats. You know what we should do? Comment all of this out presently. Let's just loop through, like, let's print these, print P, so I can see what the hell these even are. Because it might be a data, like a piece of data that we don't care about much, but perhaps it isn't. Why do they spawn in a pile of jism? It's not a pile of jism, it's clouds, it's dust. We're printing P. All right, Autumn, thank you for being the guinea pig. It's probably gonna break. It didn't break. Oh yeah, because we commented all that stuff out. What is this? Oh no, it's just an ID, dude. Well, you know what? That's fine. We can use that to get what we want. Still kind of annoying though. I wish I could just loop through this and get all the stuff. So here's what we're gonna do. Meadowlings, come on, man. Hit the right key. All right, Meadowlings is going to be data.meadowlings. Is that what it was, right? Oh my God. Needlings. Meadowlings lowercase. Dot filter. And this is going to be an anonymous function where we basically just want to filter this down based on spawn positions. Wait a minute. I'm having a brain fart. I feel stupid. How do I do this against two arrays? Data.chatters. Oh, it has. Oh, I see. We're just going to steal this. But we're going to change it so that it works with the data that we're actually looking at. Team builder. This is going to be data.spawned meadowlings. And then this is going to be not x.twitch ID, but just x, because this is the Twitch ID. That's not going to work, though, because this is going to be... We're filtering through this. X. Actually, I think it does have to be Twitch ID. My bad. Okay. Let's see if this works. Oh, I didn't uncomment all the stuff. Neutron, it was good to see you. Glad to see you. Lots of fun stuff happening later in the year. Or not later in the year, but like later this week even. But it was good to see you stopping by. Always good to see someone make the YouTube jump. All right, let's see. What are we doing? We need to get rid of this. Or we need to bring this back. I've been kind of having an itch to play Hollow Knight lately. But I don't know if I can commit to something as long as that. I have a printer in 2024. Oh, yeah. Lots of printing going on in here. Let's see. Spawn Appalachian. And then let us go to the team builder. M, what's up? Still broken, huh? Oh, because I'm still... son of a beach. Gotta loop through the actual meadowlings that we have filtered down. The YouTube to Mind Poison timeline or pipeline. The pipeline looks like this, okay? If you find Twitch, or if you find the channel through YouTube and you make your way over to Twitch, you might make your way over into the Discord channel, and that's where the real Mind Poison starts. Why are you broken? Invalid access to property key color on base type. Dictionary? What? All right, here's what we're gonna do again. We're gonna print P. We're gonna print P because this is clearly not the object we need to access. Like I'm trying to just guess. We need to not guess. We need to have objective stuff. Mind poison? No, I don't mind it. That's a great response. Summon? Okay, it didn't break, which means we can look at our prints. We have, oh my god. Okay. Don't look at the objects, man. Don't look at them. How the hell am I gonna comb through this? Let's see. I shouldn't have picked 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 has like 70,000 juice redemptions. All right, let's see. Stats. So stats are available. What the fuck is that? That's not what we want. Hold on. We need to, it's like nested in another thing. Hold on. We got your color palette. That's what we want here. Shouldn't have been picked. You just have a lot. Like, look at your data object. Are you kidding me, man? And it keeps going. There's triple dot at the bottom. All right, hold on. Let's see. Drag this up. Zoom and enhance. This is like what I do at work every day. This is a creature type was what we want for type. Where's my draggable? Okay. So this is going to be type is p.creature type. What the heck is this, man? All right, we want this. Why is there like random stuff stuffed into this? That doesn't make any sense. I feel like the print is almost getting like messed up somehow. Okay, is bloomed. We don't care about that. Is subscriber. Speed. We got all the stats. They are in the stats object, but it was acting weird about it. So let's just, let's see if this breaks again. I think maybe it's, and then we want color palette. And then of course it's gonna freak out until we uncomment this. We got this as well. I think this is all we need. Why am I just doing this manually? Annoying. Okay. Let's see what happens now. You wonder if any of the soda has any caffeine? Probably not much. Worth checking. Most of the soda, well, I don't want to say most. I feel like a lot of like fruity sodas don't have caffeine, it seems. All right, Akumi, Arborcat. Boom! We have Meadowlings. They have been spawned and created. It's not breaking anymore. Cool. Obviously, they're not the right types. I do think they are a little too high. I think we delete the first row. Because then it would be like more centralized. So let's do that. Also, I think this song actually sets off my the problem stuff. Okay, so let's see. We have our stats, supposedly. We have our color palette. We have our creature type. We need to remove that top row because it's kind of bugging me. It is going to make it so that we're pretty far down, but I kind of like the idea of them being more centralized anyways. So let's just, let's go into our, where are you? Spawn positions. Let's just get rid of like the first 20. $19 nodes. Wait, it actually is 19 across? Ew. That's super uncomfortable. I guess it is. There needs to be like one central, so it's odd. That's fine. That's fine. Not a huge deal. Not super in love with it. Now we can actually start like getting the meadowling to look appropriate and like have them animating and all that stuff. And then we can start working on the stats window. Yeah, this is fine. This looks good. And then like a bunch will still fit in here, so that's good. That's good. Okay. We need to work on the transition scenes. They're like not functioning appropriately. They just like snap in. I'm gonna go use the restroom real quick, and then we're going to do the next thing on our list. So far, let's do positions for meadowlings is done. The new meadowling scene is in progress. We're working towards that right now. Are the MEADOLYMPICs team sports? Yes, they're all going to be team sports. The teams can be very like sizes. You can have one person on one team and then like 10 on another team, but it is always going to be like 1v1 in terms of teams. And that's mostly because we wanted the ability to make sure that people that don't have a ton of stats can still like measure up to like a team with like other stats, you know what I mean? Or like one person with a lot of stats. So that's kind of like one of the design elements behind them that I think makes it interesting, is that it can be asymmetrical or it can be even in terms of like the number of people that play, but the stats themselves are accumulative from the whole team. I will be right back. Oh, I'm back. The meadow versus the highest statted meadowling. That is something that's possible. Hopefully, like the design metric for it is going to be interesting. Like the entire, like the schema of the games are going to have to factor that in, which is going to be interesting. I think it's going to make it kind of like engaging and exciting in a way. All right, so let's get back into our teamling scene. We need to do some stuff. It's right now it's not doing everything it needs to do. We are getting our stats, our type, and our color, but we need to actually apply those things, which is going to be interesting. Hold on, let's see. How does meadowling handle this? We get all the sprites, we preload them into an array. That's good. We should do this basically the exact same way. We also need to get our shader and apply that because that's a palette swap shader. That's how we get our color palette. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh, I have like the juice pre-jacked in this. That's interesting. Hi back, I'm Noel. What up, Noel? Real name drop, not just mild. Mild, wild, and Noel. Let's see, Teamling. Sonic Adventure 2 song. Let's go ahead and copy paste this in here. So we want to make sure we have these. We got all the sprites. We got the shader that we're going to need. Do I apply this in Logic? I don't, but I do set the shader material. Kind of weird. We can set it like in the inspector down here. That means we don't need to instantiate it or like have a reference to it in our script. So let's go ahead and set that on the sprite here. The material is going to be a new shader material, but then we're going to load the shader we have already. Where the heck did I keep those? Assets, shaders. Look at me making palettes or making folders for things appropriately. So now we have this, and I don't think we have to set any params for it automatically because those get set here in this loop. Creature, color palettes, creature palettes, color type. Oh my god. Okay. So this is a very wordy thing to do here. You've dropped that name like the first stream you joined. Oh, dude, look, Mild, I promise it's not you, it's me. Yeah! We need the color palette. This is going to be type. This is going to be color palette. It's actually just color in this instance. I don't know why I'm deciding to change this. I guess I was like okay with being more verbose before. So this will set the color palette appropriately. It's still not setting the proper sprite, which we can easily do. I think we need to set here. Yeah, we just call it the texture. Nugs, what's up? Hope you're having a great Wednesday. It feels weird, doesn't it, for it to be Wednesday already? And this is going to be type. So now this should spawn them, and they'll be the right color and the right creature, hopefully, if we did this right. But they're not going to animate or do anything. Actually, I don't know what they're going to look like. I don't know what the default... This might actually break. It's not you, it's me. I get that a lot. Here, bring Arta... Let's bring Bartimus and Arcoarch in here. 2 Forgs of the same color. Obviously not appropriate. This is not correct. We should have... What? Where'd they go? What the heck? I thought we fixed this in the last stream. All right, Bearded Joe and 1, 2, 3. What the heck? What is that? I've never seen either of these combos. These aren't palette combos. You have 3 days of work left and you got a small extension on a presentation I thought you were gonna have to have ready before tomorrow so you can work on it Monday next week. Nice. That's exciting. So it does know that they're, you know what? Hold on, this thing that we broke clearly, we need to fix. And the easiest way to do that is to utilize the logic that we have used prior. We need to just populate meadowlings. This needs to just become that function we have in Team Builder now, or the data filtering we have in Team Builder. Let's do that. So that should fix this, I hope. Last time we didn't look at the data objects we had available to us, so it was breaking. I don't know what's going on with the color situation. I think I didn't set the shader params to start with, so it's not recoloring things appropriately, is my hunch. Average Atlas, Akumi. Now, if we go in there, it's gonna be, like, they're gonna spawn wrong, but if we come back in here, they should be back. Like, see, look at this. This is new tech. Okay, sick. That's much better. That's a much easier way to handle that. But what's going on here? Let's take a look at our teamling. These little colors in the shader params are the problem, I think. I think in the meadowling, they're not set to other things. What? Color palettes, creature type. And then the color palette that they are. Huh. The Twitch UI is fricked up. I haven't really seen it. I saw it briefly, but I don't really, like, I saw kind of like the differences. It looks like they swapped the bottom bar up to like the top, and people are like very not for it, which I don't know anything about it. Wait, no, this is fine. So now we're trying to find out why the palette swap shader is not working. The Meadowling is using the Meadowling palette swap shader, and the colors that it's swapping out are all just straight black. But that gets set in Logic. So what it does is right here, it loops 4 times. Which, looking at this, is actually kind of weird. There's only 3 colors that it can loop through. Maybe it's not 4. Maybe this is 0 to 3. It's not inclusive, maybe? It looks so bad. Half the bottom bar is above, the other half isn't. Oof. I wonder why they decided to make such a big like overhaul of the UI right before the holidays. So hold on, team builder. It's grabbing the color palette. We have that. We get the creature type. We have their stats. Cool, whatever. Then, in Teamling, we are setting their creature type appropriately. That is working. Set shader parameter. The replace colors are being set dynamically. I guess it is only getting to 2, 0, 1, and 2. It's not inclusive. And then color palettes dot creature palettes type. Is it color and type? Did I swap these on accident? No, it's type and then color. That's so bizarre. I don't really understand why that's happening, to be honest with you. I'm wondering if... Hold on, double check something. Color is color. Creature type is type. Where do I do anything special when I instantiate Meadowlings? We connect a bunch of signals that don't exist on the Teamling. We get their position. We set the object they have in the data to just the data that we have right now. Oh look, hey, we do this here already. I don't think we need to do this then. Right here. I don't think we need to do this anywhere. Where is this being referred to? 2 of 8 matches? Okay, never mind. Probably does need to do stuff. Whatever, this is fine. That's not the current issue. Rerun this. I want to see this in action again. Your reply and pin buttons are huge now. Feels like it's a bug and not on purpose. Give me GT Tuna, Blood Orange. Okay. Okay, that's correct. And there's still Blood Orange here. Divers again. Give me Appalac, Twitch Purple, Suddenly Scuffed. But why? Fine here. Not fine.
Congratulations!
Welcome in. You got a foot-long hot dog with brisket, pickled onions, and barbecue sauce, and some Zapp's voodoo chips. Damn, dude. That sounds like a good dinner. I'm pretty famished. We had the holiday lunch, but we had it at like 11:30. So I haven't eaten since like 11:45. I'm feeling it. So how come? So it looks like the second indexed meddling is the second one we spawn in is the one that's getting messed up. Here, let's test something. I wonder why. Did they give free food? Yes, they did. It's kind of like a potluck. Many people like bring things to it, and then the company provides like the protein. So the first meddling is always fine. And then as soon as we get like more than one, it starts to get a little freaky. But why? So you are blue and orange. But now Appalachian is all... Wait! They're using the same color palette. Oh! I know why. That's kind of neat, man. I've not seen some of these color palettes on some of these meddlings before. So it's whoever has the last index, I think, is applying to the first one. And it might be doing it like offset by one for each, perhaps. But either way, we're getting like cool custom color palettes. Color palette iterations. No, it's just the last one is applying to all of them. You had a potluck this week too. You brought spiced carrots with pistachios and raisins. That sounds delicious. Spiced carrots? Can you make mashed carrots like you can make mashed potatoes? Can I test you? You're a barb. I can test. Here, let's see. This is what I want to try. I'm mostly just playing with this now because it's fun. I know why it's doing this, but that was silly. DJ Dr. C. So this is your color palette. Let's take I want to see a B with this color palette. So let's get like, and by a B, of course, I mean B. I think this is how it works. Now, Average Atlas should have your color. Inverse. Yo, but that looks good too, man. Little yellow hair, cream burb with the red beak. Maybe we should like start adding more color palette variations. I don't know why I like... Wait. Why is it doing that? I know why it's doing it, but I don't understand if it's because it's pointing to a different creature object or a different color object specifically, because they're nested weird. Is it 2 yellows? It's taking Average Atlas's color palette and applying it to you, DJ Dr. C. That's what it's doing here. Which is very intriguing. A cool bug, but still a bug. So the reason that's happening, in case we're curious, is because... Wait, I actually don't know why this is happening. What? What? Doom, 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 doom. I don't really understand. So we're setting the shader material. We're replacing I. Is it because of... Wait. That doesn't make any sense, because it is looping through and getting all of them. But then... Wait. I know why. I know why. I know actually why this time, for real, for real. It's because we're not setting the resource to be local to scene. Basically what ends up happening is if you don't do this, it creates the one instance of the shader for all things that have it in the scene. So the final meddling to get rendered has the overwrite properties, and it's just applying it to all of them. So now that we make it local to scene, what it's doing is now every time it instantiate a meddling, it's going to And by meddling, I mean teamling. We need to create the separation. Now it's creating like a unique shader per instance of a teamling, which allows it to have the appropriate color values. Silly. That's like an interesting thing. I don't often find myself wanting color palettes to be like this. Spawn a handful of people. This looks more appropriate. This looks more appropriate. None of these meddlings have color palettes that I wouldn't expect them to have. I probably should have paid more attention to who is who. Arco Arc looked right. Egg Nugget, Frank Johansson, DJ, Dr. C, DJ Knuckles. Yeah. Okay, we're good. What a weird bug. All right, so now we need to do some other stuff. I also think I don't want the idle sprite sheet for this. I think because they're standing at attention and they're in a line, it would be cool if they had like the angry face. But what is that called? It's very fun understanding a little over half the stuff being said. You know what the words mean, but you have no idea how it's structured. Trust me, the structure is not, I wouldn't say it's good. I just call it Borb Idle, but we have all of the sprites in this scene. See? Oh, I guess because this is just the idle. It's idling no matter what. We want the angry face, which is going to be frame number 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. We want to iterate between 4 and 5. So we need to set the frame of the sprite. And we're also going to have them animating, but we're just going to default it to this for now. Frame of 4. I think this is how it works. It doesn't go this way, like vertically. That was a weird bug. That was kind of an interesting, like, it was an illumination. I was like, whoa, there's other color variants we could have. Like, I've vetted them. Like, I was like very specific with the ones, with the ones I chose. But that opened my eyes. Okay. Wait, why am I doing this? Oh yeah, we're seeing if they're angry. They are indeed mad. Okay. They look kind of like fed up. This is the Forg facial expression I modeled today. Very cute. Okay. We need to make an animation player on these and animate between frames 4 and 5. What does the meddling's animation for emoting look like? It's 2 seconds long and it's just every second it swaps out for a frame. We can copy that really easily. Let's grab us an animation player, create a new animation. We're just gonna call this attention, because they're standing at attention. It's gonna be 2 seconds long. It's gonna autoplay and it's going to loop. We're going to manipulate a property on the sprite, aka its frame value, and it's gonna start at 0 seconds with the frame number 4 here, and then on 1 second it will be 1 second it'll be at 5. Why is the snap being auto set to 0.033 repeating? Just do 0.05. Boom. Okay. And then we need to go to 5. Hello? Oh, I didn't keyframe. This needs to be 4. And then this needs to be 5. Scoop. Okay. Now they should be animating when we go into that scene. Basically just bebopping up and down like they were before. Silky threads feel like a snuggle. When is Eugenics coming out? Does anyone know? All right, all of these should be standing at attention when we arrive to the scene now. Look at them, bebopping. You don't think Ed McMillan even knows? Yeah, that seems to be the case. Does it make sense that they're all, you know what I think we should do? This is very subtle, and these are like the kind of things I like to sprinkle in the middle of development so that I'm not going crazy. First off, we need to randomize the position of all the meadowlings in the array before we start looping through them, just because it'll output them in a random order rather than just like the order in which they came in, which I guess is already kind of random, so it's not that big a deal. We'll worry about it later, perhaps. Did I really spawn 2 purple forgs? I did. Appalac and Danny Peach, of course. Okay. I do think, though, it would be cooler if every other meadowling was like, they were bebopping up and down, opposing, you know what I mean? So what we could do in the spawn for them, this might be a little convoluted, but we have access to the index. If it's even, we want to essentially pass a value into this that causes it to delay the animation start by a ½ second. Or by 2 seconds? No, by a second. So let's just do this. T.off animation offset. This is a custom property that we're now creating, which isn't presently existing on the Teamling. Let's just call it anim offset. And this is going to be equal to index mod 2. So what this will do, this should produce like a 0 or a 1, I think. Basically telling us if it's true or if it's divisible by 2, because it gets a remainder. And 0 is 0 falsy in GD script? I actually don't know. I don't remember. Hello, team builder. It's falsy in JavaScript, but I don't know if that's true in TeamBuilder or in GD script. It does not appear to be, because it would have printed at the bottom here. So that's helpful. All right, so then we're gonna just make sure we have animation offset, and then in the ready function, if animation offset, then how do I do this? Animation player dot. I don't know how you delay a specific animation. Maybe it's in the play, but the problem is we're auto playing this one. Here, let's open the docs for this. Autoplay, assigned animation, current animation length. These are all properties. Where's the method? Methods to set a delay, perhaps? Play, custom bend, custom speed. What other properties? From end, play backwards, play with capture, seek. Is there really not like a delay? You're starting to crave more stuff than just burgers. Why does my brain do this to you? I'm so hungry. I'm surprised there's not like an animation delay property, which I guess makes sense because I guess actually it doesn't really make sense to me. I feel like in the play function there should be like a property to start after like a certain delay takes place. I don't really want to make it so that we have you know what? Instead of doing all this nonsense, like calculating like I mean, we're still gonna have to do that. Instead of doing all this and like using like a timer and stuff, which is what it looks like we're gonna have to do, I think what I'm gonna do instead is just have 2 animations. Rename this to attention 1 and then attention 2. This feels like it's overkill, but I'm not too worried about it. Oops, rename this. Attention 2. And this one's gonna do the same exact thing. We're just gonna alternate what frame they're on to begin with. Oops. Frame. So this one's gonna start on frame 5. And then this one's gonna start or go back to frame 4. And then that'll just repeat. We're gonna make it not autoplay, and we need to edit the other one to not autoplay, and we're just gonna play the animation based on this animation offset stuff. So back to number 1. Don't autoplay this now. And then in here, attention 1, else, dot play, attention 2. And now they should be offset. It would just, I think it looks more visually interesting to have them doing up and down, like alternating, rather than all of them bebopping up and down at the same pace. In the same, like, timing. Spawn a bunch. And then that's cute. Except, uh-oh, I don't think I made the other animation loop. This one's looping. This one is not looping. Whoops, my bad. You're getting carne asada wet burritos? Ooh. Everybody talking about what they're getting for dinner is making me so hungry. What should I get? What should I do? Mox worked late today. And we don't really have much. I can't really like fend for myself. Ooh, look at the meadowling spilling out from the void. Okay, oops, and one more for good measure. Yay, look at that alternating bebop. I love it. And they're also mad. Okay. What now? Now we need to display nameplates on hover, which means we're gonna need to complicate, or not complicate, but make more adjustments to the meadowling. We're gonna need like an area 2D that can detect mouse overs. That's gonna be necessary anyways for like the hovering or like the drag and drop. And then we're gonna need like a child scene, like a child node of Teamling to display on hover. So let's do the hovering first, and then we'll like output some information. Area 2D I think is good for this. There might be if there's not a signal. First, let's make sure we're putting the right collision shape on this. So we need a collision shape 2D on this. We're gonna make it a square. I want it to be basically just encapsulating. Well, see, the meadowlings look different depending. So we're just gonna have it be like a little, not like perfect. Make it a little smaller than the meadowling itself. So we have to be like more purposeful in our hovers. And then I want to look at the signals it has. What do we have? You know what, actually? I don't think Area 2D is what we want for this. Never mind. I think it's fine. This is fine. I was looking at the collision shape signals and I was like, oh, this is not useful at all. What the crap? Area 2D has way more signals. Mouse entered is what we want. Let's go ahead and connect that to the script. Hello? Hello? That was weird. On Area 2D, hold on, let's do hover. Let's call it hover zone. Get in the zone, the hover zone. We're going to mouse entered. Come on, dude. On hover zone, mouse entered, connect this. And then down here, I just want to output to the console for now the name of the meadowling, which I actually am realizing we don't have right now. Duh! We have their type, their color, and their animation offset, but we don't have anything else. How do I get it before? It's just in the object. What about the name tag? How does this function? Yo, Houlihan. Hooli Raid, what's going on? How you doing? Welcome in, Raiders. Hope you're doing well this evening. Skirt into the chat. How you doing? You're gonna go rummage through her fridge and freezer to see if there's anything you like eating. Can I get a shout out to the wonderful Houlihan? Houlihan, what were you up to today? What were you playing? What were you up to? Hope you had a good stream. Hope you had a good Wednesday. Look at that dumpy just swirling. Thanks, Mild. Hope you have a great evening. Make sure you find some food. Ouch. Get to Work. It's like Benefati game, but it's roller skating. I've seen some Get to Work. Isn't that Atrioc? Like Atrioc funded the creation of that game? It looks kind of fun, man. You know, it looks actually like if you got good at it, speedrunning it might actually be kind of fun to do. It's a lot of fun for one of those punishing games. Yeah, I was watching Chibli play it, and I was like, this looks pretty smooth. Like, it looks like it's fun to play. Is it, like, really hard? Because I was only watching Chib play it near, like, the beginning of the game. Where is the on select mouse entered? Showing name tag displayed. Does the name tag have its own
Congratulations!
script? I don't think so. It just gets the rich text label. What does it set that to? I want to know what the name property I pull is. Oh, it's right here. Twitch display name. Okay, so that's what we want to pull out of this for the teamlings. Var name. Here, let's do that. Here. Well, thanks for the raid. You don't think it's that bad? Name is a protected thing. I've heard it's fairly all right until the very end where it ramps up in difficulty. I want to watch a speedrun of it, but I'm also kind of tempted to play it. I know there's like a part in the game where you can decide to fall down a huge pit that basically takes you back to the beginning of the game, but if you do it, you get a hat. And I won't tell you how many times you can do it, but it's not just one. We want the Twitch name. It was Twitch display name. So in here, when we're getting our meadowlings, we want t.twitch name to be equal to the p.twitch display name. And then once we have that on hover in our teamling, let's just output it. You got the hat twice? Okay. Okay. So you've done what I've seen. I don't know if you can do it any more than that. Sucking down Darjeeling, by the way. Love your name. I've seen you hanging out in like Appalax chat and others. And every time I see your name, I think of the Buzz Lightyear. Suddenly, you find yourself sucking down Darjeeling with. Okay, so we did interesting playpen stuff. We did hover over someone and it output their name. So that is functional. We know that our hover detection is working. There's a few things we can do to make it a little less clumsy though. Isn't there a way? See, this might not be part of this. Hover zone doesn't seem to have it. This is why I think it would maybe be easier, instead of doing it area 2D, to do a button. This is a texture button. Actually, it's just a blank button. So instead of having this, let's go ahead and actually, let's get rid of this. Let's bring in a button, because buttons have like other built-in things that make them easier to deal with. They also have mouse detection, but also you get like mouse manipulation of things that you can do. We'll still call this, we'll call it button. Why not call it button? Give me the node for mouse over though. Mouse entered. Hook this up. What am I working on here? I'm working on the thing you see at the bottom of the screen, the Meadow. This is a Twitch integrated application that I've been working on, where people in the chat get to bebop around in this cute little meadow and they get stats for redeeming channel points. Every Wednesday stream is a stream dedicated to building out the next phase of the meadow, which is the MEADOLYMPICs, which are going to utilize your stat points in little kind of like Chow Garden style games where you win prizes. If your team wins, of course. So we are working on the team building aspect of that thing right now, live in vivo. And it's going pretty good. We're having a good time. Sucking down Darjeeling. I might have sprouted you already. Sometimes I see someone's name. If you're following the channel, of course. It only works with followers and subscribers and whatnot. But I might have already sprouted you because I like your name. I don't think I did, actually. Sometimes I see a name and I'm like, I'm putting that flower in the meadow. Elimino P Q R S. There's your name. I'm bringing you in. This is the real meadow. The other one is the dev meadow. Did I just see someone walk under the blood lake here? Welcome in. Top of the screen. Sucking down Darji, according to this. Enjoy being a flower. If you redeem your channel points for juice down below, after 3 of them, you become eligible for evolution. And then you get to be one of these little guys. And then every juice you redeem after that goes towards your stats. Like so. So let's get back into this. What we're working on right now is making a version of the Meadowlings. What the heck? Oh, I need to resize the bounds for this. Grommel, what up? How you doing? Hope you're having a good Wednesday. It doesn't feel like a Wednesday to me. Does it feel like a Wednesday to y'all? We also need to get rid of the default styling for these because it's ugly. We'll just make it that big. But in our, where is it? Theme overrides. I think it's theme overrides. The styles. No, where is it? How do I do this? I can't remember how to do this. There's a place to do this. I'm going to figure it out. I think it's just styles. We have to do like a new style box empty on them. I think. Hold on. Hide this. You can see like there's this weird gray box. This doesn't seem to be doing the trick. Oh! What was this? The normal? Okay, well either way, we needed to do it on all of them, I think. So that's what we wanted. Honestly, we could have made this a texture. Like this whole thing could have been a texture button, I think. Feels like Monday? That's what I'm saying. It feels earlier in the week than it should be. It's been a long week. I'm excited for the weekend. On Friday, we're going to a bar. It's like a gamer bar, kind of local to us. But they're doing a tarot card reading event. Who all wore pink today? I wore, to work, I didn't wear this sweater. I wore like a different shirt. Crunchy P, what up? How you doing? If it was Monday again, you would start screaming and never stop. It has been a long week. And you know, next week is it's like the beginning of the holiday for me, basically. Because actually, no, it's not. I don't know why I said that. That's like the last full week I have to be at work for. And then the week after next, it's like Tuesday, Wednesday I have off. And then Thursday and Friday I took off. So I have like a 6-day break from work. So yeah, we're going to go do like tarot card readings on Friday. which will be fun. I always like doing them because I like to see what the reader that they have on hand ends up pulling. And we usually end up having fun discussions over like just tarot in general. Okay, so button is now hidden. This is fine. It might be a little too small. You know what? Make it bigger. I don't know why I spent so much time like making it smaller. This is fine, but do move it up. Okay. So we have a button now. We have the signal for mouse enter working. We also want to change it so that when the mouse hovers over the meadowling, it is a pointy finger. Yo, Frankerface Z has a workaround for the bad CSS they rolled out. Sorry, I need something a little bit more. Actually, that was a great pick. This is the Magic Garden remix track from Althazar's Hat. Incredible work. Yo, Appalach, what's up? Good morning. So now we hover over them. It becomes a finger that indicates that we can click on them. We can click on them, but nothing's going to happen right now. You're starting to think it's one of those fake realities. Love it. Okay. Now, we need to do a handful of stuff when we hover over things. We have the signal hooked up, but we're not doing anything. Whoop. We need to add an entire like nameplate. How did I do it in the meadowling? The name tag is just a sprite. We can reutilize the name tag sprite. And then the rich text label we add to it can just be its own thing. This is going to be not the name tag, it's going to end up being the, I mean, it's going to be a name tag, but it's also going to be the stats. Appa, it was really fun to watch you play Splunky. I hope it didn't frustrate you too much. I know you can roll with the punches. It's not your first like time. It's not your first rodeo, as one might say. All right, so let's find this thing. What is it called? Name tag. Elimino P. What was it called? Hold on, what was it called? Name tag is actually called info card. How that was smart naming on my part because it's not specifically called name tag. All right, boom. We need to first and foremost decide where this is going to sit in relation to the teamling itself. I want to position it down below them, like yay high. And trust me, this isn't always going to be on screen. We're going to do some stuff to hide it. How many pixels? 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do 4 pixels down. Gotta go cook. Good luck with the garden. Thank you. Have a great rest of your evening. Enjoy cooking. Hope it goes smoothly. I need now a name tag. Give me a rich text label. Whoa. This is going to be name. I hate dealing with these things. So as far as Godot is concerned, I have a pretty, I would say, intermediate level of understanding of how the engine behaves. The one thing I am like very not up to speed on is control nodes specifically, which are basically things that relate to UI. I've come to find ways to deal with them when I have to, but they're not correct. They're not the right way to deal with them, but they do end up working, which I'm okay with at this point. Let's see, this is gonna be a test app. How do I, oh geez, do I have to like apply I have to apply all of the fonts, sizes. What's the font? I mean, I only have one font, so it's not like it's hard to find. Let's apply the font. Is it theme overrides? Fonts. Normal font is going to be the only font we have. Doop. So that changes that. And it looks blurry in the setup here, but it gets easier to see when we actually render it out on the screen. Curry pics posted in the Disky? You're just trying to make me starving. We do want to enable BB code here. We're going to center. We're going to say, whoops, Grommel as a default. Get rid of that. So it is trying to center it, but there's not enough space. The size is a little too crazy. Let's do font size. Right now this is set to 1, but if we, as soon as we change it, it's going to like start freaking out. Yeah, so 2 is way too small, but yep. 10 is very tiny. It might be too small, but let's just see how this looks. As long as I can like at a glance identify people by their name. I already am pretty good about identifying them based on the meddling they are, but then of course there are some that, you know, the color palettes have been reutilized. All right, so right now they're overlapping on each other, and that's fine. What I wanted to check is the font itself was readable, and it is. It's quite readable, in fact, but the major problem right now is that it's not a color that it's supposed to be. It's stark white, which is the default. We want it to be this like creamy white, which is what I use as the white for the meadow, which means I'm gonna have to open up the color palette because I don't remember what that color value was. Where is it? Meadow. F6, F3, DB. F6, F3, DB. Everyone remember that, okay? Actually, I could have pulled it from this. I'm silly. Let's do that. Colors? No, it's the font color. Is there a font color? I guess that is just the color because we're talking about a font. Font outline, font select, table even. Hold on, this stuff is getting cut off. Selection color, default color, is that what it is?
Woo!
Yes. Okay, well then just grab this. Okay, so that should be the right color now. Here's where it gets a little weird. We need to now display stats. So we're gonna need a label per stat. And we're going to want to make sure that it's the appropriate color per stat. Like the juices. Do I have like juice color palettes? Or did I... How did I do that? I think I just made a sprite sheet where each index of the sprite sheet, like each frame was a different color juice, and I go off of that. So that's not going to help us find out what color we need to display in this situation. Unless it does. Actually, hold on. How did I do it when I like make the text for a juice? Where is it? I thought I made it in here. Hold on. Thank you for the typing of that color in the chat. Much appreciated. The juice is instantiated here. Where do I... What's going on here? What are you doing? Get juiced. Stat to upgrade becomes this color. And then we create... Well, this is the API call. Once it's done, we update that. The juice effect, juice type. But what about the text on the label? We create a juice. Let's look at the juice then, because the juice is like setting a label when it gets created. And that label is the right color, and I don't know how I arrived at that. Juice. All right, so they are using an enum to separate out their type. Juice colors are right here, dude. Okay. I don't know. Okay, so this is how they map to the enum here. This is again kind of smelly, but this is a stinky code base. It's okay. Ouch. I am going to bring in also the enum for the stats, essentially, is what these are. It's a little weird. We also don't need growth at this point because there's no way anybody can have a relevant growth stat at this stage. We want... This will pull them appropriately based on this. Okay, this is fine. We need 6 labels. Is that true? Yes. The smeller. Is that started by like the NLSS or like the NL crew? Because of Mario Party? You know what we could do? I think instead of having 6 individual rich text labels, that's like absurd to me. I think what we'll do is we'll just concat the string and we'll change the color on the fly with BB code. The power of BB code. But I'm gonna have to look at the docs for how to do BB code again. Duh. Either way, this is gonna be a very ugly. It's gonna be a very ugly stat list. It's gonna be a very ugly like code for getting this to function, but it'll function. Whoops, I'm using Blender shortcuts. Okay, will this fit 6 2-digit values? We're gonna have to do like a crazy string concat to get this to work. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so we have our stats listed in this way. What we're going to do is we got to change all their stuff. Font, color, and font. I should just make like a generic rich text label with all these things already preset and then import that in and edit it as I need to. But I'm lazy. Where is this? Theme overrides? Yeah. Font. Normal font. Doop. Then we want the size of the font to be a little smaller. Normal font size. Let's do... It needs to be small enough to fit. So 2 digits puts us at... Or 6 pixels is what we're going to work with here. Again, it looks scuffed in this view, but it'll be fine otherwise. And 2 digits, we have a lot of... I mean, here, let's do like the widest numbers. What is the widest number in a non-monospaced font? By the way, I think this font is monospaced, but it's hard to tell. Is it 7 or 8 or 9? Or 5? That 144p name is familiar. Thank you for being the guinea pig. Let's do 7s. I think 7s might be the biggest. Even that is fine. What about 9? I'm just like making sure it doesn't like get cut off because I don't want to have to deal with that later. Now, when someone gets 3-digit stats, holy crap, we're gonna have a problem. But this looks good. Okay, let's just set it to 99 for now. Okay, we have our stat breakdown. Let's center this whole thing up a little bit more. Now we need to do logic to like programmatically, 1, set this value, and then 2, color it appropriately. And I don't remember how to do that with BB code. BB code's kind of like an inline almost like CSS style property setting you can do. Where do I find that in the docs? What's the F key for getting help? You know what, just search help. BB code. Maybe there's a link to it in the BB code enabled stuff. BB code tags. Entangled BB code tags? Oh, you need to do them sandwich like CSS. Okay. BB code! We just set the color like this. Let's see what that looks like. Because this is like... It's using a preset, not a hex value. I wonder if you can just plug the hex value in and it works. What? Is this a new way to do string concat or like string templating? That's kind of neat. I'm not a huge fan of the one where you have to supply things like this. I like them in line. But that's still kind of neat. So if I did this, color equals hiccup time. Oh my god. Very sorry. Let's just grab this because this is our red color. And then I close it off. Do I need to close the color off? I would assume so. Did that work? Yes. It's hard to tell, but it did. The numbers look like eye emoji. They're very pixelated in this view. Once we get into the game engine and it's able to render at the appropriate resolution, it looks fine. Exclamation or asterisk. Summon a few folks. Now again, the labels are going to be overlapping for now. Yeah, it's small. You kind of have to bust out a microscope, but you can see it. Perhaps we should up the font size a little bit. I think we can get away with a little. There's like a lot of space. Also, I wish it was this menu instead. What is that info card? It's not the same sprite. Is it? It's not the same. They're very different. Your rice cooker wasn't on this whole time? Oh no. What is this? This is what it's set to, but this is not. That is not it. Actually, it is. You know what? It is it, but what's happening? No, that doesn't make sense. Am I setting this to something else? I'm not setting the texture to something else in here. It's just weird. Oh wait, it has a shader on it. Why does this have a shader? Why did I put the night mode shader on this? Shader, I hardly know her. I'm not sure why this is this has the shader to begin with, but I do like the way it looks better. Whoops. Let's load our night mode shader. Whoops, wrong folder path. And then for this, we'll set it local to scene, but we're also gonna make sure we check night mode. Y'all, see how it like blacks it. Well, we have to change the color. That's what it's doing. It's just setting the entire color different. I like it better. I like it better this way. I think we did it because the purple was the same color and it was kind of blocking it out. It's keeping the transparency layer, but it's not keeping the like the color part of that. So let's just take this. This is 250, 633. 250, 633. Boink. Yeah, I like that better. That looks good. Much better. Okay. Let's up this font real quick, and then we're gonna get into the nitty-gritty of the string concatenation logic, which shouldn't be that bad. It shouldn't be that bad. It's just gonna look kind of freaky. Font size. Let's up it to 8-point font. I think it can fit. It doesn't look like it's fitting right now, but I think it can. Yo, Genesis.com, what's up? How are you? Hope you're doing well. Maybe it is too big. Maybe it's too tall. It's... That was weird. I didn't change anything. But I don't like how it's not actually centered when it's like this. I'm using the centering of the BB code, but it's not functioning as I would expect. Because that's not centered. There's more on this side than there is this side. We are in the house. What does that mean? Genesis.com? Oh, game nerds in the house. Sorry, that's totally fine. Welcome in. In fact, most meddlings are in the house right now. I'm not gonna worry about this too much right now. Let's just get the logic working. We can fiddle with like positioning in a minute. Let's do the Insano mode statless string concatenation stuff. So this is like what it looks like placeholder wise. Let me take that into the script. And we have this in order. We are gonna have to pull the stats one at a time. Ooh. This is gonna get kind of weird. I don't remember what it looks like. We're not printing out the object anymore either. How does it work in the sidebar? Real quick, let me just pull this out. It's in one of the menus, I believe. This is the confirm focus background meddling detail. I think it's the detail. And then we get this, the stats. Oh, it's in the object.expand.stats because of Pocket Base, which means that the stats we have are probably not appropriate in this case. Your game looks pretty dope. Thank you. It's a Twitch integrated application I'm building. It's at the bottom of the screen right now. That's the actual like live version of it. It pulls chatters and it throws them onto the screen. If you're following the channel, you get added as a flower. If you redeem juices to a point, your growth stat gets you to the ability to evolve into one of those little creatures. We need to, first and foremost, before we do this, the stats is actually the stats dot, it's the expand dot stats. That's weird. That's a property of or that's a behavior of Pocket Base doing that. I don't like it, but it is what it is. But that does make it a little less awkward though. No, you can't follow? Why not? Is it because your account is new or something? It's your fault though. No worries. Oh, no verified phone number. Yeah, sorry, I had to do that. It's because like we used to get bot rated and like if you didn't have a phone number, I used to have it so like followers could chat, but then bots would like follow the channel. Yeah, it was a thing. It was a whole thing. But either way, glad to have you here. Hope you're having a good evening. What am I doing? Oh. String concatenation BS. first and foremost, we need to set the name to be the appropriate thing. So in this, stats dot name, well, stats slash name, my bad. Slash, what is it? Text is just going to be equal to Twitch name. So there's that. And then we need to call a function to probably like populate stats. Let's do that at the, let's do both of these things at the bottom. And this is just going to be a function that does a whole bunch of nonsense. Let's start with a variable string that is just empty. Well, here we'll open it with center because we're always going to want to center our text. And then we're going to essentially loop through, we're going to just do a loop 5 times basically. Maybe through juice colors. It gets weird though if we do it that way. Can you loop through an enum? I actually don't know. Not a problem though. Here's what we'll do. Oops. Why is this acting weird? Func populate stats. Expected indentation block. Whoops, my bad. Skirt. Then we want to make sure we're like highlighting the right stat in this instance. I guess what we'll do is we'll just set a loop for 7. This is not, I don't like using range loops like this, but we'll clean it up later. What we can do, so the first thing we need to actually do is concat a color. So string is going to be plus equal to a color, and that's going to equal the juice colors of I in this case. We need the plus here. And then we're going to close that. We're also going to add then the stat, which is the enum. So we have that to lean on. So we're going to say oof. It's a little awkward because we have the enum value. If I put stats into here, how do I do this in other places? I just had separate labels for each of them, which made it like easier to point directly at the thing. I wasn't looping through it in any way. That's annoying. Oh, you know what I could probably do? I wonder if this would work this way. I always get confused with enums. I don't work with them a lot in my professional job. But it's like, this represents 0. This represents 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's basically their indices, right? If I put string strength into an enum reference, does it output 0? Or if I put 0 into this, does it output strength is what I mean to say. I don't remember. You know what? It doesn't have the reference. Don't I still have it open though? enum. Yeah, see, I think it's just bringing back a value. You can't like point at the value and get the like the name of it. It's a one-way street in that way. That's okay. Here's what I'll do. It's gonna be very ugly. Ew, I hate this. Whoops, I'm being Python brained right now. And then we're gonna have a match statement, basically. How do you set these up in Godot? I don't remember. Match 0. Go back to the reference. Match is more type strict. Okay, sure, whatever. Match the value and then patterns. Okay. Okay. We don't need the parentheses. It's actually match I in this case, and then 0 is going to be the current stat is going to be equal to stats.strength. And then we're just going to do this all the way down. Do I have to break for each of them? It doesn't look like it. We should be fine. Either way, it won't match on multiple. Oops. Case 1. What is this? There's gotta be, I feel like I'm doing stupid. Hold on. This is fine. This is fine. This feels like this is extremely like backwards, but I'm gonna chalk this up to me being harebrained from work burnout. I am glad that I find like solace in working in this code base. This is dexterity. And then after dexterity is toughness. And then, wait, what is, I put luck at the bottom? Interesting. Yeah, it's been a tough week. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Am I missing one? Strength, speed, dexterity, toughness, wit. I know I need luck still. Yeah, 5, so there's 6. 1, 2, 3, thanks for hanging out. Hope you have a great rest of your evening. We will see you on the flip side. This is going to be the current stat. And then we need to add the closing bracket for the color that we're on. And then we need to add a space. This song is cooking me, man. I'm cooked. Okay. So this should be it. Now at the end of this, we just need to, at the end of the loop, we need to set our rich text label for stat list to this outputted string. Oh, and then at the very, very end, we need to make sure we uncenter, like we close the center. This is going to be string. So above this, we need to all right. Whoop. This should display everybody's stats in a line, and the color that they are represents what stat they are. So like, again, strength will be red, speed will be blue, etc, etc. So let's summon some folks. Let's go into this view. It broke. String invalid operands. Bop, ba, da, bop. Beep, boop, beep, bop. Oh, it doesn't like that I'm trying to concat. Like operators like this, I think. Also, I think this is fine. Okay, that's fine. Let's just cast these to strings and see if that fixes it. Bop, booda bop bop, booda bop, booda bop bop. Man, I'm starving. All right, let's see. Still broke. Okay. Invalid index of 6 on type array. I must be looping too many times. Yeah, this only needs to be 6. It's 0 to 5, 6 not inclusive, but it is of size 6. Okay. No! Something wrong with our string concat, but it is kind of working. Akumi on base, I think, is the one we should be able to see the entirety of. Yeah, there's something wrong with our string concat. It looks like it's putting center at in the middle somewhere, not at the end. So let's see, this is looping. In the loop. We can cat this. Oh, this is still in the loop. My bad. Let's take a peek. There's like a handful of other things I would like to do. I would like to finish up this stat display. That looks pretty good. It's interesting to me that the colors look slightly off. Like the red doesn't look quite as red as I would expect in this case. Like all of the colors look semi-off. It is functional though, so I know that like Akumi's only stat is luck. And I know that Arbor Cat has an 11 dexterity. Of course, we don't want them overlapping like this. On hover, we're gonna expand this. We're gonna display this. This is overbold. I wonder why the colors are off though. That doesn't make sense. Unless like the color of the font is kind of like having some manner of like modulated impact on the BB code color. Cause like the red and the purple are almost identical. I wonder why that is. That's interesting. I don't think I've done this BB code coloring in other places in the app except for when like someone is not sprouted and they have a juice. I wonder if like there's color values being messed with. I'm not gonna worry about it too much for now. It's still functional. I do want to get rid of this final space. How do you like cut? Is there a way to like pop off the last value? I'm not gonna worry about that right now. We're getting a little in our own head. This is okay. So we can get rid of this. We don't need placeholder. We don't need placeholder here either. We need to set it up so that this is like by default collapsed. We could also do like a dissolve thing with like a noise shader or something like that, but I'm not too I'm not too concerned with that at present. Ew. Here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna scale this on the Y. To start, we're gonna set it at 0. We're also going to make sure that it's just not rendering. But what we're gonna do is on hover, I'm thinking, hold on a second. How do I get to visibility? Visible off. On hover, we're going to expand and then up the scale of this thing. So let's make a new, I'm actually going to give this its own animation player because I don't want it to conflict with the other animations that's playing. It's fine to keep it like this. We're just going to call this, we're going to call it show. Whoa, what the heck? We're gonna make it take literally like a half second. Whoops. And then we are just going to add a property track on the stats itself. Whoops. We're going to set its visibility. Right off the bat, it's going to be set to on. And then at the half second mark, we need to add a new property. Whoops. Add a new track. It's going to be on the scale. At 0, the Y is at 0, which is what we want. At 0.5, we want the Y to be 1. So what'll end up happening is it will display it on hover, but right now it's not playing it. So what we need to do is on our hover, we want to say stats animation player dot play show. Now it's not going to be there by default unless I accidentally started it in the middle. Like sometimes you can like have like you save an animation at the end of its play cycle and it'll stay there for some reason. I don't know why. It's very annoying though. So these aren't showing. That seemed very quick. Now, of course, it's never going to stop showing. So what we need to do is we need to on mouse exit, play this animation backwards, basically. Play backwards to hide it, and this might have issues depending. I've run into this not behaving the way I expect it to before, but if it becomes an issue, we'll solve it. Yeah, see, it's not actually playing the animation backwards, or if it is, it's not re-hiding everything. It also doesn't appear to be animating at all, to be honest. I wonder if it's because what's the error? The variable string has the same name as a built-in function. Oh, that is true. It's not a break, but it is a problem. I'm just gonna call it S. That's funny because I even call it in the same line where I'm using it. You got a Celeste desk mat? I want to see. Indentation does not match the previous indentation level. Whoop, because I deleted this entirely. All right, and then what am I doing? I want to find out why this is not playing backwards. I also want to make sure I understand why it's not playing at all. I think this one's just manipulating the scale. It's not manipulating whether or not it's shown. And I think what's happening is that we're toggling it in code rather than in the animation player because there was some weird behavior happening there. which I don't recall what it was necessarily, but it's like scratching something in my brain. So let's delete this from the animation, and then on this we'll just set stats to visible true, and then same or opposite here. Because there's a weird thing with Godot, I think. When something is visible, it's not like they set opacity or something to 0 and it's just like chilling behind scenes. It's actually like in a weird pseudo state where it's not fully instantiated or something like that. It's like not, like if it had like logic or something that had functionality for it, it wouldn't actually be functioning behind the scenes. So it's at least hiding now, but the scale is like way too fast. Also, Apex Predator, their name is so large that it's causing this weird, why is Appalach's name not centered either? Something seems off about the way this is happening. Porgy music. Posted in the Disky? Pog? Hold on, what's going on here? There's some like weird stuff going on with this. The sprite, texture, sure. The name. Oh, we're not. Interesting. We're not setting center on the BB text anymore. And I think it was only working before because well, no, that doesn't make sense either. Either way, we're gonna fix it. Just concat center to all of these and make sure we close it with another string concat. All right, so that should center the names, that's fine. The other part though, I don't know, with like the size of their name being a problem. I hate that little scroll wheel that shows up. I hate it a lot. I know there's probably a way to turn that off. I should just figure that out. Apex Predator was the one that caused it. Yeah, it's still doing it. That's annoying, but at least the names are centered. This one little space at the end of the string that we do the concating for is causing it to be completely off center, and that is making me very mad. Let me see if there's a way real quick to trim. Godot trim string. Oh, I could probably just call it trim. Is there a trim? Let's see. Methods. Well, no. Well, I could trim it before appending this. Yeah, hold on. Let's see. Trim, 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 trim. Strip. Left strip, right strip. Is that the same? Boom, boom. Strip edges. Strips all non-printable characters from the beginning and the end of the string. These include spaces, tabulations, and new lines. Okay, I'll do that. Oh, I'm looking at this docs, by the way. So in here, before we finish it off, what we'll do is at the end. This song makes me kind of sad for some reason. We'll just say S is equal to S dot strip edges. I think that'll work. Let me summon Average Atlas again and see if that fixes it. Did the indentation looked weird to me? I think I just messed it up. That looks way better. That looks way better. Also, serendipitously, this is butting up right against the edge of the screen. We like picked the right amount of pixels. Okay. Let's real quick find out why the scale is seeming to happen instantly. It's like our animation's not actually playing. It's just setting it visible and then it's playing. It's like just showing up. I know half a second is not that long. Hello? What's my property? Why isn't it showing me what the property is? It says value 1 and then value 1 to 0. Why is it opposite? And also, why is it not showing me what it is? Oh, I'm not in the right place. This needs to be started at 0. And then this needs to be 1. So maybe that's part of the problem. Also, it's just barely over 0.5 seconds, so it's not going to ever work. That's so annoying. That's what I want. Let's see if it's actually working now. Dum, 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 dum. That's too slow. We'll make it a 0.2 seconds. Also, the reverse is not working.
Yay!
Couple things I want to do real quick. Unsure why this is not working in the play backwards. Maybe, I mean, it's the same animation, so it should just be going like from here. Yo, Colonel Mustard. Oh, I know why. Ugh. I know why. It's because this thing is not... It becomes invisible immediately. You know what? I hate to do it. Hide. Give me a 0.2 second animation. Colonel Mustard, how you doing this evening? Good to see you. We're going to target this, and then we're going to just manage the scale as we had before. This is going to be snapping at 0.05 seconds. I'm going to apply... This is going to start fully opened at this point. We're going to hide it at 0.1 second. Or no, at the end, we're going to hide it at the very, very end of this animation. So this should be now 0. And then also, we are going to add another property that at the end of this, visible is just going to be set to off. So it'll still get to animate, probably? Well, it's hard to say at this point, but either way. Here's what we'll do. Don't set this back to false here, but set this to true, and then we're going to play hide here. We're not going to play it backwards, we're just going to play it. And then also, one more thing I want to do before I forget. Stats. We're going to set the V or the Z index of this to be higher up, because I want it to render on top of all the meadowlings. Like in front of it if there's like 2 rows of meadowlings. So we'll just set it to like, I mean, we could do 2 for now. It's not a big deal. Hopefully this works. Fantastic might lurk. Well, it's good to see you. Hope you're having a good evening. Hope your week has been good. I know it's been long for me, maybe long for other people as well, but we're getting through it. We're almost there. Let's see. Doop. We need to change the other one to be faster, because 0.5 seconds is way too long for this. But you can see it's now functioning as I would expect. Let's change this animation. The show animation. 0.2 seconds on that keyframe, and then also let's change this. Take a peek at what this looks like. Just bombarding the API. Much better. So now we can see each meddling stat as we are looking at the stat picker. I like this like kind of like quick view of everybody's stats. Okay. It's looking good. You know what I think would also spice this scene up a good bit? Because like right now, it looks a little static. It looks kind of like nothing's going on really, except for the meadowlings that are waiting to be put into a team. I think we're gonna add some like particle effects, like confetti falling from the ceiling at some point, because I think that would look like a little bit more exciting. Because right now it's just very like blunt. There's no, like, I take for granted how much the flowers in this scene really like make it look alive with the sparkling and stuff like that. So if you're not evolved yet and you're a sparkling flower, just know you serve a very important purpose. All right, let's take a look at the checklist. I think, yikes! Oh, we're fine. I accidentally opened Notion. And if that put on my like main screen, it would have like probably leaked a bunch of information that you're not supposed to be privy to. Anyways. Checklist. Skirt. Done. The only thing we didn't get to today was the drag and drop functionality, but that's fine because I think that's like the next leg of this is going to be picking up the Meadowlings, dropping them in a spot, and then dynamically understanding that, hey, when a Meadowling enters this, we need to add their stats to the overall stats. Drag and drop, exactly. So we didn't get to that this time, but we'll move that to the next dev stream because it is 8 o'clock, folks, and you know what that means. It's about time for me to call it a day here. I'm very hungry. Thanks so much for hanging out on this MEADOLYMPIC dev stream number 2. Very exciting, very productive as well. I'm gonna go ahead and commit changes real quick before I forget. We're moving up, man. Like this is a lot of good progress. Give me something more exciting. That's good. All right, I will be live again tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm doing a new segment tomorrow that I'm very excited about, so I hope everybody is also going to end up being excited about it. We'll see. Either way, let's see who's live. We'll probably also be playing some things that we're familiar with, of course, but there's a new thing I want to try doing on stream that I think will be a lot of fun. Whoa, Mouth is live? He's doing a subathon? He's playing, he's on, oh no. He's losing Ankh right now. He's losing Ankh to a Yeti that's throwing him against the wall. We're gonna go say hey to Mouth. Everyone have a great rest of your evening. I will see you tomorrow. Make sure you give Mouth comfort for losing Ankh. He's still okay. He can do it. He's got 45 bombs, 50 ropes. He's on 715 right now. He doesn't have Ankh anymore, but he's gonna be able to get his HP back. He's got Cup, I think. Yeah, he's got Cup. I'll see you all in the Discord, and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.